Hi everyone, Adarsh here. So today we're gonna see how we can create a Spring security application by annotation way, and the credentials are stored in the in-memory. So this application is something which is based on the annotations only, and we are not using any XML. So this is a XML free application as of now. So let's jump. I have done the POC and then I have tested it. So I'm gonna give you a code walkthrough of that. So let's start from the pom.xml. So all these are general group ID, artifact ID, versions are general tags in pom.xml. Packaging is a war because it's a war file. Application gonna be a web war file. Then we have a name, URL, organizational tag, license tag. We have developer tags here. Then followed by repository. Then we have a property where we have specified the project name, source code encoding, JDK version, Spring security version, JSTL version, servlet version and all. So started with the servlet API version, servlet API dependency. Then followed by Spring Core, Spring Web MVC, then Spring Security Web, Spring Security Config, Spring Security Tag, JSTL log4j. Then we have a build tags where we have a final name, war file name, resources configuration, plugins. We have Maven, standard Maven compiler plugin, and then followed by JT server plugin, which gonna create an embedded container for this application. So let's get into the code first. So in the resources we have log4j XML where we have console appender and rolling file appender. Then we have the configuration. So let's start with the web configuration. So we have a class web MVC initializer extended from abstract annotation config dispatcher servlet initializer, where we have overridden the methods like get root config class, get servlet config class, and get servlet mapping. So anything comes to the server gonna map to that. Then we have web MVC configuration where we have a class web MVC configuration extending from web MVC configure adapter, where we have enabled the web MVC, annotated this class with the web MVC configurations, component scan. Then we are importing a security configuration into this. So here we have we are creating a internal resource view resolver basically. So it's a JSTL view resolver. So based on this, the location will be is webinf / pages, and whatever the view name will be suffixed by JSP. And then here we have a configuration that all the static resources for the applications are stored inside the static directory. So anything comes for the /static is a static resource for us. Then going into the security configuration, we have Spring Security Initializer. So this class is extending from abstract security web application initializer basically. Then we have a web security configuration where we have annotated this class with the configuration and @web security, and this class is extended from web security configurer adapter. We have auto wired here the authentication builder, and with the authentication builder we are saying in-memory authentication with the user. This is a name and this is a password and this is a role. So like that we have created user admin, super admin with the corresponding things. Here we have again saying that anything comes with /static /star. So any URL consists of this value will be ignored, will not be intercepted as a part of Spring Security. Then we have a configure method where we are receiving a HTTP security reference. With that we are saying authorize request. Anything come with /static /css, give all permit. Anything come with /static /js, give all permits. For login /login, give all the permit. For logout, give all the permit. And for slash user star star, it should have at least user role or admin role or super admin role. For slash admin slash star star, it should have admin role or super admin role, or anything comes with slash admin s admin, it should have at least super admin role. So here we are saying that login form URL is slash login, and default success URL is a welcome page. If login failures, this is a URL. In the form we have a username and password as a input parameters. Then logout URL is slash logout, and logout success URL is slash login, and logout parameter will be passed, and we are invalidating the session and clearing the authentication. After that we are saying that exception, at the exception handling, access denied page is slash access denied. So this is how it looks like. So let's get into the login controller first, where we have a slash login method. We are receiving a error and logout. So if error is not equal to null, we are saying invalid credential provided, and if logout is not equal to null, we are saying welcome to the ESpark map. In the model object, we are setting the view name and we are returning the model object. Then we have a slash logout. In this method we are, it's a get, basically a get method. So in this we are receiving a servlet request and servlet response, and we are getting a authentication object by saying request context holder dot get context dot authentication. So whatever the authentication, if it is not null, we are saying authentication context login handler dot logout request response and authentication, and redirecting to the login page. So basically what happened, it will get the current context holder, from that it will get the authentication object, and we are calling a logout method on that, so that everything will be cleared up. Then we have another method which is for access denied, showing access denied page get request. It's just passing a view name. So we have in the web app inside we have static directory we have CSS, bootstrap CSS, JS, we have bootstrap JS and jQuery JS. In web app we have web.xml basically. Then in the pages we have access denied page, where we don't have anything, we just saying that insufficient privileges. Then we have a login page, basically first login page. So in this login page we are just importing a JSTL core tag and JSP page is defined there. Then in the head we are importing the CSS and JS files. Then on load we are saying document dot login form dot username dot focus, so it will come to the username. Basically a focus will come to the username input button. Then we have what we have done, we have just created a div tags here. These are bootstrap related classes. We are saying that if message is not equal to null, just show the message, not empty basically. And then we have a form here. Inside the form we have error. We are just checking with the help of EL expression language whether error is not empty. If it is not empty, we are showing that as a message. And then we have a form here. So we have a label, input boxes, and then we have for username, for password we have input boxes, and then we have a submit button, basically a login button. And this is a hidden input hidden type, which is gonna take the CSRF token from server to client and client to server, what come and go. Then after this login page we have a home page. This is a generic home page where we have page directive. Then we have a JSTL tags, JSTL import by using taglib directive. And then in the header we are importing a bootstrap CSS, min jQuery JS and bootstrap min.js. Then we have a container div containers, where we are just showing the title and message. And then we have a button group where we are showing the button based on the privileges. If current user is having a role of super admin, he can see super admin button. If current user is having a role of admin, he can see admin homepage. If current user is having a role of user, he can see role button on this page. So ideally any of this, like super admin can see user as well as admin page, but user can see only his page and all. Then we have a specific home pages for this is a admin home page where we are just displaying some messages as well as a logout button. Same thing we have done for admin here, and same thing we have done for the user. So let's start this application and see how it looks like. So here all the logs are login level. I have enabled all. So here you can see that server started at port number 8080. So let's jump into the port number 8080 and let's see how application looks like. So this is a login page where we can log in. So I'll just log in with some wrong username, so it will say invalid credential provided. Then we will just log in with as super admin. So here this is a common home page where we can see a super admin home. Because I logged in as a super admin, I can see all the pages, so I can go into the super admin home page. Then this is super admin home page. I can go into the admin home page. Basically logout is there, and home user home page, and then I can go into that and I can go log out. So again I'll come back to the login page, and then I'll log in into as an administrator. I can see only admin home page as well as a user home page. So I can just log out from anywhere, and if I just log in into the user, so I can see only user home page here. So this is how the application is. You can log out, and I'll get out of the application and come to the logout page. So I'm gonna store this application to my GitHub repository, which is Adarsh Kumar Singh 83/spring_security. So my all previous applications are already there, so you guys can pull it up and you can play around with this. I hope this will help you to understand how we can create a Spring security application by using annotations. So basically what happened here, I'll just give you a quick flow. That first time request comes and Spring security will be initialized, and then any request coming to the Spring security gonna be intercepted, and based on these configuration, if it is configured to not to intercept, it will not intercept. Other than that, if it is there, so Spring security first check whether that in the context folder whether the user is authenticated or not. If it is authenticated, he is allowed to execute that URL, basically to reach out to the controller for that URL. If it is not authenticated, Spring security will pop up the login page. So after login we'll just put the username and password, and it's gonna validate it with the in-memory authentication, and then after that it will redirect the request to the requested URL. So that's how it works. So I hope this will help you to understand the basic concept of string security. Till then, take care. Bye.